Welcome to CCN News. I am your host, Captivating Christian, and here are some of your top stories for today, March 6th. Dems pounce after Trump says he intends to cut entitlements. Federal judge blasts William Barr for the Mueller report rollout, asking if it was meant to help Trump. Val Demings, an Orlando representative, may be on the short list of potential Biden running mates. A Texas man who filmed himself licking a tub of ice cream in a Walmart and putting it back in the freezer has been jailed for 30 days. And a West Virginia man who was sentenced for up to 775 years in prison for filming himself sexually abusing an infant. Let's get to the news. President Donald Trump says he intends to cut entitlement programs during a town hall forum in Pennsylvania on Thursday night, when the Fox News host Martha McCallum suggested that if you don't cut something in entitlements, you'll never really deal with the debt. Trump jumped in right away, saying, "Oh, we'll be cutting," he said to an audience in Scranton. "We're also going to have growth like you've never seen before." The move would represent a change of direction, as Trump has generally maintained that he does not intend to trim at such programs. In a tweet last month, he wrote, "We will not be touching your Social Security or Medicaid in the fiscal year 2021 budget." He has occasionally walked back similar comments on cutting entitlements. At the World Economic Forum in January at Davos, an example, the president was asked by a moderator how he would handle federal entitlement programs. He responded by saying at some point they will have to be on the chopping block. And then the follow-up question, when he was asked about Medicare in particular, Trump said, "We're going to look at it." In the following months, President Trump never attempted to enact cuts. In the midst of the Democratic primary, Trump's remarks could receive particular attention for another reason: the location in which he delivered them. Pennsylvania, one of the most consequential battleground states in the general election, is the top target for Democrats looking to defeat Trump. A federal judge criticized Attorney General William Barr on Thursday for his handling of the Mueller report when it was released last spring, saying Barr's early description of the report did not match the special counsel's actual conclusion. Judge Reggie Walton asked if Barr's actions were a calculated attempt to help President Donald Trump, and opined the Attorney General had a lack of candor with the public and Congress. The court cannot reconcile certain public representations made by the Attorney General with the findings of the Mueller report, the judge wrote in his opinion on Thursday. Barr intentionally publicly announced interpretation of the findings from the former special counsel Robert Mueller caused the court to seriously question whether the Attorney General Barr made a calculated attempt to influence the public discourse about Mueller's report in favor of President Donald Trump, despite certain findings in the redacted version of the Mueller report to the contrary. Walton's ruling on Thursday came in a Freedom of Information Act lawsuit in which Transparency Group and a news organization have pressed for more access to the Mueller report and other documents since the investigation ended last spring. Walton has expressed doubt about the Justice Department's handling of the Mueller report previously, but the judge's written opinion on Thursday was the sharpest commentary yet of the Justice Department's handling of the investigation since its end. Florida, despite its electoral importance, has never produced a running mate for a major party's presidential ticket, but the razor-thin margin in seemingly every major statewide election, the temptation to swing the state with a homegrown favorite could prove hard to resist. Demings, a former Orlando police chief, has been touted as the potential vice presidential pick for Biden even before her profiling enhancing turn as the White House impeachment manager in the President Donald Trump's Senate trial. The New York Times story on Monday reported that Democratic Senator Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, was focused on the idea of nominating an African-American woman for vice president, mulling names like Senator Kamala Harris of California, Stacey Abrams of Georgia, Representative Val Demings of Florida. On Thursday, Demings said in an interview with CNN that if she was humbled that her name had been raised, and she did not rule out the opportunity if Biden were to ask her. Adrian Andrews, age 24, put a video on his social media in August and was arrested on a charge of criminal mischief soon after. The BBC reported that Andrews was also given a $1,000 fine and 6 months suspended sentence as further punishment, while being ordered to complete 100 hours of community service and pay $1,565 to the ice cream company Bluebell, which restocked all of the ice cream in the freezer as a precautionary measure. This was even though the video surveillance in the store showed Anderson went back and brought the tub of ice cream after filming. If food tampered with or a customer wants to leave an impression that they left behind adulterated products, we will move quickly with law enforcement to identify, apprehend, and prosecute those who think this is a joke, a Walmart representative said in a statement at the time. A West Virginia man who recorded himself and his then fiancée sexually abusing an infant was handed a life sentence for up to 775 years in prison. Richard Smith II, 41, was sentenced to a minimum of 205 years in prison on Wednesday for filming them abusing his then fiancée, Rose Thomas, an infant's granddaughter, on 2015. The couple has since then broken up. I think you are one of the most evil persons who I've ever encountered, the judge said. The jury found him guilty of 11 counts of first-degree sexual abuse, 4 counts of sexual assault, and 5 counts of sexual abuse by a parent, guardian, or custodian, or person in a position of trust. The things that he did to that child are the things that nightmares are made of, the assistant prosecutor, Deborah Ruskin, asked. Prosecutors showed the jury footage of the couple repeatedly abusing the infant back during the January trial. Smith's ex-wife, Morgan Smith, originally found the videos back in May of 2018 when she was cleaning her house. Thompson is being charged with the same counts as Smith. Her trial will begin in April. And once again, thank you for watching CCN News. I am your host, Captivating Christian. And as always, be the change you want to see. If you want change, the change starts with you. As always, please like, share, and subscribe. And leave comments below. I would like to hear what you think about these stories and more. All right, have a good day. Peace.